July 2008. I am sitting at my computer. I'm on a listserv from a storytelling listserv, and his email came in about Podcamp Boston. Podcamp Boston? What's that? It was going to be held in a few weeks, of course, in Boston, over the weekend, and the cost was $50. Kind of thought about it a little bit. Now, for those of you who know me, I usually sit in these meetings and I hear all those speakers speaking here about technology, and I'm thinking, good for them, not for me. But what you may not know about me is that one of my long-term business fantasies is to be the Oprah of health literacy. I love interviewing people and helping give voice to their stories about how they communicate and receive health information. So I'm thinking, I don't do technology, but I do want to do interviewing. So what the heck? I signed up for the conference. My feeling was, it was only $50. It's nearby. I can leave early. So I get to the conference, and it is already like nothing I have ever done. For starters, I get to the registration table, and the first question they ask me is, what size t-shirt do you want? We don't do t-shirts here. But there at Podcamp Boston, I get my own t-shirt. Then I look around. They all look like Adam. Not many gray hairs like me. And they are talking a language I was totally unfamiliar with, about tweetering and twittering and like thinking, what in the world am I doing here? But I'm here, give it a shot, at least for a little while. So I go sit into the main session, and this man comes by, and he says, and I'm sitting all alone, of course, who do I know there? And he just says, is this seat taken? And I said, no, sit there. And he looks like me, kind of. And I look over at his name tag. It's Izzy Gazelle. Now, some of you know the name Izzy Gazelle. He is a long-term NSA member and another CSP. And we look at each other like, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? I tell him my story, and he tells me that somebody had an extra ticket they couldn't use, and that's why he was there. We are equally clueless about what we are going for. So the sessions start, and as soon as they start talking about podcasting, I am so intrigued. I go to all the sessions I can. I go to the sessions on technology. I go to ones on editing. I go to ones on interviewing skills. I go to ones on marketing. And I go to the one that Adam's leading on podcasting for not-for-profits. Now, my business is not a not-for-profit business, but it's pretty close cousin because it's very mission-driven in communicating health information clearly and simply. At that point, I knew that this is what I was going to do. By the end of the weekend, Adam and I agreed that we would be working together. 2 months later, by the end of September, in time for Health Literacy Month, I launched my first ever Health Literacy Out Loud podcast. I have a new website specific to the podcast. I have my first podcast. That was the end of September. Fast forward to now, 6 months later, I have 10 podcasts out there. I have new podcasts every other week. I have this website. I am getting a growing listener base, subscriber base, and I'm even standing here talking about the experience. So for the person who was thinking, me and technology? Yes, me and technology. So my question to you, and I hope you'll be thinking about this, what is it that you want to accomplish? How far can you stretch it way beyond your comfort zone? And you might be thinking, me and podcasting? Yes, you and podcasting.